my name is Jenn Warwick. I'm one of the speech and language therapists as part of the Lejeune Clinic. We have decided to record some short videos talking through various strategies just because it's perhaps easier than having to read loads and loads of information. So this video is about early language and strategies, how to support it. Now, any parents that know me will probably have heard me mention a place called Hanen and the resource It Takes Two to Talk. So this is a brilliant book. If you're going to buy one book on language, get the It Takes Two to Talk book. It's quite expensive, but it's definitely worth it. It will carry you through from when your child is very young, just developing their communication skills, to when they're using much more language. It's got lots of strategies, it's very parent focused, and it's got lots and lots of very practical ideas that you can use at home. Now, a few of the key strategies that they talk about in Hanen are really powerful, and the great thing about it is that you can add it to your everyday routines and your everyday interactions that you're having with your child. So you don't have to be sitting down and thinking, now we need to do speech and language therapy. You can just be adding in these strategies to what you're doing already. So one of the key strategies is being face-to-face, so being at your child's level to give you opportunities to see and to pick up on their attempts to communicate. The next strategy to try is something that they call OWL, and that stands for observe, wait and listen. I think as parents we really often jump in and anticipate what our child might want to say, what they might want to do. So by owling, we're sitting back and we're watching what our child's interested in. We're watching how they communicate, and we're listening and thinking about how we can respond to them. Another strategy that is really powerful is the 4 S's. So basically what that means is say less, stress, go slow and show. And by using those strategies, you can help your child to pick up on language. So for example, if you're washing your child's hands, rather than perhaps using a long sentence, it's time to wash your hands, we need to put the soap on, we're going to do this later, we might go to the park, you might be really adding to the experience. So showing the soap, using a sign, rubbing your hands together and adding the language wash, 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 soap, and just repeating the words. So they've got lots and lots of opportunities to pick up on that language. So we've talked about being face-to-face, we've talked about OWL, we've talked about the 4 S's. Another really powerful strategy that Hanen talks about is reducing questions. Now, as a parent, we ask questions all of the time. I know I do with my children. They talk about making comments or offering choices as rather than asking direct questions. I think often questions are sometimes used in a slightly testing way. So we might be looking at books saying, what's that? What's that? What's that? But research has actually shown that it's much better to not be asking those questions because it doesn't result in sustained interaction and more language. So what you could be doing is just making comments. So instead of asking your child, what's that? You could just be saying, oh, a dog, and commenting on what you can see instead. Offering choices is a great way instead of asking questions. So instead of saying, what do you want to eat? You might offer a choice. Do you want milk or do you want apple? By that, you're also showing the item and saying the word. So your child has an opportunity to see it and match on that representation of what that word is and what that means. Your child might look at the item they want, they might reach for it, they might say the word, but it gives them that opportunity to be asking and requesting. So by reducing questions, it can really lead to more opportunities to use language. Often we think of it like the hand rule. So for every 1 question you use, make 4 comments or use choices. And that's just a few of the key strategies. Okay, thank you.